Hi, boys and girls. Today, we're going to do a fun art project, and we need a few things, like a special kind of paper, maybe heavier than construction paper, like cardstock would work. This is a piece of black cardstock. You don't have to use black, but will work nicely today. Then you need some watercolors. If you have some watercolors, you'll need some salt and you'll need some glue. Okay? And if you have those things, you'll be able to make a wonderful Valentine's creation using all of those materials. Do you see the heart? And then I did one that's just a squiggly line thing too, and I want to show you how this works. All right, so the first thing you do is you draw a heart on your paper. Now, if you can just draw a heart with glue, great. But if you're like me, I want to draw a heart with a pencil first, and then I'll use the glue. And I wanted to show you a trick about making a heart. Right now, making a heart might be kind of hard, but you can use one of the letters that we're studying this week, a V. So you can make a V, and then you can go to the top over here and kind of make an upside down 3, and you get a heart shape. That's not perfect, but it's a start, okay? So just a little trick that I thought I'd show you there. All right, so the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take a white pencil because that will show better on my paper, and I'm going to make a heart. And I would probably use the method I just showed you, the way I just showed you to make my heart here. All right, do you see my heart? There you go. All right, now the next thing is to take your glue and you're going to squeeze the glue and follow that line, okay? Make sure mine is open and ready to go. All right, so let me do that next. And it doesn't matter if you don't exactly follow the line, it's going to be okay. You want to keep following until you get back to the start. There. And you can see the heart. Okay, now, you know what? I think it would be fun to have a squiggly line in the middle. So this time I'm not going to draw it out. I'm just going to make a squiggle line with the glue. There we go. And I've got a nice squiggle in the middle. Okay. Now, what colors do you think of when you think of Valentine's? Be thinking about that. Okay, because we're going to need that information in a minute. Now I'm going to take my salt, which I just put in a little dish like this, and I'm going to pour it on the heart. And I want to get all of this covered. Okay, that's very important. You want to get it all covered. Okay, let it kind of soak in, and then I'm going to carefully put it on this waxed piece of paper that I have here, and I'm just going to turn the paper and let the salt fall off. Do you see it and you hear it? Shake it a little bit, and then if you look at my paper, I've got salt on the glue, and that's going to be very important in a minute. All right, I don't want to waste the salt, so I'm going to take the wax paper and kind of turn it and dump it back into the dish, and then I can still use it for art. Now, I would not use this salt. I would not use it on any of my food. It's just for art now, okay? All right, the next fun thing that we get to do is use watercolors. Now, what colors do you think of when you think of Valentine's Day? I don't know about you, but I think about red and pink and purple. And I think those are the colors we're going to use for our heart. So I've got a cup of water over here, and I've got some watercolors here, and I have the color red right there. And you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to make the red very, very, very watery. And then I'm going to just touch the salt with the water, and then I don't have to do anything else. And I'm going to move my camera and show you what happens. It's kind of fun. I'll show you what happens when the paint and the watercolors, or the watercolor paint, hits the salt. All right, so here's the paper. It's an upside down heart. Let me make it so you can see it right side up. All right, well, let's go this way. Good, perfect. All right, now I'm dipping my brush into the watercolor, and I'm going to come over here and I'm just going to touch. Ah, look at how the paint spreads. Isn't that fun? It's kind of sciencey too. Look at that. And I could just keep doing that all over. So I'm going to do as much red as I want here. I like lots of red. Do you? Go this way again. And I really don't have to do anything else. Just touch, and it will be fine. I better do some in the middle with my squiggly line in the middle. See how that? I'm just touching and it spreads without me doing anything. Huh. Oh my goodness. All right, and I need to make it more watery again. I'm going to make it really watery here. Let me try again. Look at that. Without me doing anything, it just spreads. I think that's kind of fun. All right, let me get one more so you can see it. Let's do one here. Okay? All right, next, I think I'm going to use some purple. But I want to do the same thing. Now remember, when you're using paint, you need to wash out your brush, don't you? So I'm washing the brush out. Now I'm going to go to my purple. See my purple over here? And I want to make it really, really wet. So I'm going to put a lot of water in here. Oh, that's pretty good, isn't it? Really soupy. Now let's go over to the heart. And I'll just touch. Look at that. It's like the paint travels without me doing anything. And I'll just keep doing this everywhere I want it on my design. Whoops, I almost did the blue. Huh, wrong color, isn't it? All right, I'm going to make it more wet. Really, really wet. You see that? Okay. Put it there. Oh, see, that's a lot better when you get it really wet. Then it really covers the salt without me doing too much. How about right in here? Do I need some there? Oh, I may need to get it more wet again. There we go. All right. Now, what other color did we say we thought of when we thought of Valentine's Day? Did we think of pink? All right. So I have another set of watercolors over here. And I'm going to put the camera back while I get the pink ready, because this is tricky. And now you know how I do it. I don't think I need to hold it. All right. This pink is a little trickier, so I'm going to put a lot of water in it. Pink is pretty light and it's hard to see, so I'm going to really watch me do this. I'm just putting the brush in the water and putting some more. Oh, now I have it really soupy. Okay, I'm really stirring the pink just because this is kind of a new watercolor anyway. And now I'm going to put it on and see what happens. Okay, so now I think I can show you what happens when I use the pink. All right. There. Do you see where I already put some pink? Look at that. Now it's kind of light. And I might need to already put more water in. That's how fast and that's how many times you have to do this. Okay, let me do it again. There we go. Ooh. It's going farther. I need some more water. And I just touch. And the salt and the watercolors take care of everything else. So I'm going to try to go to any place that I haven't touched yet. I need some more over here, here. Oh, I'm getting a lot of pink. Do you like pink? All right, let me get some more water. some more here. There we go. I think I have almost all the whites done. There, and maybe the tip of the heart down here looks like it needs something. Ah, did I miss any? Maybe a little bit. There. All right, and now I have my salt all covered with different colors of watercolor. And that's a fun art project to do. All right, now maybe you want to do a different design. Let me put the camera back. Maybe you want to do a different design. Maybe you want to use some different colors because you don't have to do a Valentine's. So this time I'm just going to start out and use my glue like a pen or a pencil or a crayon. And I'm just going to make a squiggly design. All right, squiggle, squiggle, squiggle. Oh, that's so fun. There we go. Ooh. Good. Always close that glue. All right, now remember we take the salt and we put it on the design. And this is going to take more salt this time. That's okay. So I might have to do this like this. There we go. And remember, I'm going to try to get some of that salt, save it. And then I take my parchment paper. Actually, it's wax paper. Okay. So I have quite a bit of this covered with salt. I'll do it again. Just dump it. And you know what? You can use your fingers. You could just take salt in your fingers and dump it on too. I just like to do it this way. And if you get a little salt on your table, it's okay, because you can wipe it up later. Okay, now I have my squiggly line all salted up. Okay. I still need to get this salt out of the way. There we go. And remember, do we use this with our food? No, it's art salt now. Okay, so now I want to use my watercolors again, only this time I'm not going to use Valentine's colors. I'm just going to use a bunch of different colors, okay? So you can even take a bigger brush, and I think I'm going to try green. Green's one of my favorite colors. So here's green. I'm going to get this really, really, really wet, and then I'm just going to touch it. Did you see how that worked? Maybe if I put it a little closer, can you see? I know I'm not very good at moving my camera. Let's put it here. It spreads by itself. Remember, I'm just touching. Get it really wet. Just kind of keep doing this all over wherever you want it. And it will do its own thing. So what are your favorite colors? What do you like to use? What should I use next? I think that's a lot of green. Okay, now, do you see how the green's spreading? I'll show you that with the camera. Do you see how the green's spread? Oh my goodness, see? All by itself. I know it's not the best, but you get the idea. Okay, now that I washed my brush out, should I use some blue? Some of you like blue. Okay, I'm going to get it really wet. And I'm just going to touch it. And see what happens. Oh. And you know what? If I don't want to cover it all with paint, I don't have to. But if I want to, I can, right? You just touch it, and then you'll see the paint move in the salt. It's kind of fun. Can you see it taking shape? I think you can see some blue. Oh my goodness, how about some blue here? Well, I think it's time to use a different color, don't you? Ooh, how about some orange? Let's try some orange. Should we do that? So I rinse my brush out to make my orange really, really, really soupy. All right, and we put the orange on. There it goes. Oh, I almost touched the yellow. Maybe we should use some yellow too. I think I need to have it soupier. And if I guess I need it superior, I should put more water in it, which I can do. There's some. Okay, maybe a little bit more right here. All right, should I try the yellow? We'll see if we can even see the yellow. Oh, make it really soupy. I'm getting it. I'll touch here. Ooh, up there. Trying to find places that don't have any paint. But it really doesn't matter. You can have it in places where there's already paint too. And it's up to you. And I'm just going to keep going around a little bit more. Should I have a different color, do you think? Should I put some red back in? Might as well use some red. All right, we're almost finished. Ooh. Can you see it spreading? The red spreads really nicely. You'll have to try that at home. All right, I think I'm almost finished. Almost. And then you know what I have to do? I have to let it dry, don't I? You know. Okay, you get the idea. All right. And there's still a little salt that wants to come out, but that's okay. All right, do you see? I know, isn't that fun? And all we need is a little heavy paper, salt, glue, and watercolors. And we can make wonderful, wonderful art. Well, boys and girls, thanks for helping me with the art today. And I will talk to you later. Bye-bye.